You know I'm a hustler, hustler. You know I'm a hustler, hustler.
So a little bit about me. My name is Luan Nguyen, but a lot of people call me Luan the Don. It's just a nickname that one of my buddy gave to me a few years back, and it just kind of stuck. I own I founded a construction company, deck building company back in July 2020. Grew that to $5 million in revenue last year, and we are set to do maybe 8 to 10 million this year. Haven't decided yet. Uh, I also I also have a podcast called Get Biz, Do Biz, Get Pay, and I do a little bit of real estate investing here and there. But that's not my main thing. My main thing is I do podcasts and I run a construction company. So when Caitlin reached out to me um, to have me come on here to talk about personal brand, I'm like, I don't know if I'm an expert at that. And then I talked to a couple of my buddy, and they're like, "What do you mean, bro? Like everybody follow you everywhere you go. You know how to create a brand." So I started researching, and just going back to the past and in my life, and people say I have a innate ability to gather people. So I work really hard on putting these ideas down on paper today for you guys, and just go back a little bit. I came from Vietnam as an immigrant. I lived in Vietnam for 14 years, moved over here when I was 14. And one of the stories that stuck in my head was when my grandma passed away. Her wake or her funeral got about 1,000 people uh, on there. So that's stick in my head for a while, and I didn't know it back then, but now I know she had a great impact on a lot of people, and that's the power of personal brand. And people uh, travel across the country to go see her and put her into rest. And my mom wedding, same thing. Back in the day, there common in this country, there was no cars or anything like that. But her wedding get car parked all the way out in the street. A lot of people. So my mom had a great personal brand, and then my wedding is coming up, and half of the guests is my mom friend. So in a sense, I learned how to build those relationships for my family, and today I want to share that with you. Fast forward, I did not come from the construction industry. Brand new, brand new. COVID, I got laid off, furlough, layoff, whatever you want to call it, and I just bought my first saw, built a kit the playground. Kind of like working with my hands. So then I started Facebook page, and one thing led to another, and we are here right now, 3.5 years later. Okay. So so how did I grow that business so quick? And what is the personal brand anyway? And why does it play into business building? So what is the brand? Let's start there. The brand is your reputation time your awareness. Okay, brand is in the simplest term is a promise. Is what other people talk about you when you're not in the room. You have a brand, whether you want to believe that you have a brand or not. People do talk about you, whether it's positively or negatively, right? And and what and then after that, reputation, time awareness. So what is your reputation in the marketplace? What is your reputation in your community? And Chris talked about it earlier. It's your behavior, it's your identity, it's your mission, vision, and value. right? It's not just something that stay on the wall. It's what are you putting out in the marketplace? So the core value, highly, very, very important. But more importantly, you got to live out that behavior, that identity, that mission, that vision, that value, right? And then when you say reputation, do we have to be perfect 100% of the time? Most people they will hide their weakness, right? But to build up your reputation, you have to communicate your weaknesses. That is the. I'm not saying it's a hack, but it's just honesty and relatability. We impress people with our strength, but we connect to each other to our vulnerability, to our weaknesses. Right? I'm not perfect. I would tell you that sometimes I'm a lazy piece of shit, and that's okay, right? And actually, in our sale process, I tell people all the time, Mary, I don't know what people tell you, but in construction, we fuck up from time to time. But that's the truth. And now it set me apart from everybody else that, oh, yeah, we the best. We can do this, we do that. But the reality is nobody is perfect, especially in construction when people get dropped left and right all the time. So take that into account when you're trying to communicate with the world. How can you show your vulnerability to connect with more people, right? And then once you build up your reputation, how can you make other people aware that you exist, that you can do, that you do what you do? So that awareness, we all talk about online, and Caitlin can touch a little bit on that, and I think Chris touched a lot on that. But today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can build it offline. The stuff that nobody can copy you, because online, I think you can go on ad library in Facebook and you can see your competitor ads. You can see what they are putting out there. If you go on Google, you can pretty much copy their lookalike audience. And you know what happened when there are a lot of competition in that world? You know who's making money? It's a goddamn Google and Facebook. There's only one winner in that bit of business, and five other business owner paid damn Google and Facebook. So the online world, I like it. I'm on it, but I'm not too crazy about it because the competition is high. Because when you talk about, people are ready to buy, they go on Google, and that's only 3% of the buyer. That's only 3% of people that ready to buy what you have to offer, right? And how high is that lead cost? I'm just curious. High, because everybody want that lead. Everybody wants somebody that's ready to buy. Everybody wants somebody that already had a problem and just give money willingly. But that lead doesn't come cheap. That's why company like Angie Leads, company like whatever other company, House, all these lead aggregate. That's why they exist, because people need these leads. And why do they need those leads? Because they don't have a brand. People are not flocking to their brand. So the awareness piece, you can run, and Caitlin can talk about it. You can run pay ad, you can do SEO, you can do content. I'm that is not my expertise, so I'm not going to talk about that. So now that why is the personal, and so now we know what is the personal brand. Why is it important? Why is it important? It's important because it's helped you in marketing, it's helped you in sales. And if you have marketing and sales, you can convert and get client. And once you get client, your personal brand can help recruit people to come in and service those client, right? But if you don't have personal brand, you're gonna depend on somebody to market, depend on somebody on sale for sales, depend on somebody to produce the work for you, And and sometimes you have to go find those people, but if you have a brand, people will flock to you, right? So, uh, one cool story about how my personal brand affect uh, marketing is when uh, when people see my ad at first, what do I have? I have nothing. I have nothing, right? I didn't even know how to build a deck. But how can I sell the first few job? Personal brand. How? I I promise my word, which is the reputation, and brand is a promise. And I make them aware of what I do before and after pictures. And that's how you sell the first few jobs with the personal brand. And how does it relate to marketing? I can turn the phone around. Hey, it's Lon from Dak Bros. I am here. I am here at this neighborhood, you know, giving free estimate, whatever. So now they can connect a face to the company. And believe it or not, people buy from people, and personal brand generate more of a loyal following than a business brand. Think about think about Elon Musk, for example. It doesn't matter what he do, he's successful. Why is that? Because he used himself as a PR machine, right? Think about Jeff Bezos. He used himself as a PR machine. Think about Warren Buffett. You think all this talk, uh, all this philanthropist thing, you think that is by accident? No, it's done very deliberately to build up his personal brand. Okay, think about Steve Jobs. When you think about Steve Jobs, you know you are going to want to go to his Apple event because you know he'll put on an amazing show. Why? Because he already did it in the past. He already promised to the world. The name already is a promise to the world, right? And the future of branding is personal branding. Think about Kylie Jenner. Did know nothing about makeup, but she has a personal brand. Boom, $1 billion industry. That's think about Kim Kardashian. That's to me. I don't like to build a brand like that, but it's still attention. She's still a billionaire, and I think what missing is I've been in the small business game for about 3 4 years. What's missing in the business world is the personal interaction. And that's how you build a brand. Every interaction is a chance for you to develop brand equity, relational equity, brand equity, goodwill, reputation, right? And I'm going to talk about how to build a great personal brand. You have to become an attractive person. Oh, Lauren, so simple. That's not how you do personal brand. Isn't it posting 5 times on Facebook, making all these people aware of what you do? No, that's not it. That is like, but you don't have an identity. How can you people follow you if you don't have your vision, mission, and value clearly defined? Know to let people know what you're about. You are bigger than your company. You are bigger than the business that you are running. You are bigger than any of that. What is your mission? What are you here to do? And if you cannot clearly articulate that, you have some work to do. So become an attractive person. And who you guys like to hang out with? That somebody that always give value to you, somebody that always pay for food, somebody always have parties, somebody always gonna give you something of value. Or you want to hang out with the people that bitch and moan and cry that shit don't go their way every single minute. You're gonna wanna hang out with a giver, right? So this is the framework that I use. I don't know you guys know Jesse Isler or not, but he said that every day you should reach out to at least minimum 3 people. And what you do is you either compliment, congratulate, or consult them. So that's a 3C method. Either compliment, congratulate, or consult them. So 3 people in your circle, whether it's not, you probably work with subcontractor, you probably work with your employees, you probably is in church with your community and your client as well, that already have paid you money and have already entrust their hard-earned money into your company. Compliment, congratulate, and consult. So you can't build a brand without communication. So first become an attractive person, whatever that look like to you. I'm Lauren, and Caitlin is Caitlin. We all have different value, different mission, different vision, but there is a common theme of an attractive person. Okay, an attractive person give. You ever hear the term giver gains? Giver always gain, and most of the time people are takers because they're not going to give without getting something back. That's called matcher, right? Hey, tit for tat. If I give something, I get something. And by that, you're not a true giver no more. Give for the sake of giving, right? And always lead with value, serve. Because when you do that, when you give, when you deposit a lot of goodwill into the community, into the people you serve, you're going to develop goodwill and you're going to develop a reputation. And when you ask, and very seldom do I ask, people are going to come in drove to deliver me what I want. Right? And this go with your client, your friend, your prospect, people you see out in the street, people you see in your supply booth, people that you interact with every day. Are you having a conversation with them? Are you giving them value? Are you complimenting them? Are you congratulating them? Are you consoling them? Because of law of reciprocity, again, you're going to hear this a lot. Law of reciprocity say that if you do something nice to people, you own them. They are obligated to do something nice to you back. And if you don't ask for something in return, it's like, I own you. I own you. So that's all you do here. I own you. I don't own you. I own you. Do something nice for people. Right? And this doesn't take money. For example, I'll give you one example. Do you know the people that you work with, birthdays? Do you write handwritten notes and send it to them? How about your client? When is the anniversary date that you get a project completed, that they get a project completed with you? When is that? Do you send out a little gift, thank you? Or do you send out a handwritten note? That is free. It's just take your time, right? Right? So if you give more than you are willing to get paid, eventually you will get paid more than you give, right? So law of reciprocity will allow you to build your following, right? So what do I mean by this? So I'm a simple guy, right? So I want to stop and ask the audience a question. Do you have some of those clients? Do you have some client that you absolutely love and absolutely want more client like that?
You know I'm a hustler, hustler. You know I'm a hustler.